Hello, hello! Welcome back to No Eternal Monologue, where I talk about whatever I want. I don't know when to shut up, hence the title. If you guys have been here for a long-ass time, you already know. So today, I have Gold Revere here. How you guys doing?
Great.
Super good. Super good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. You're about to perform at 8035 tonight in Des Moines. How you guys feeling?
Excited. First, I guess not our first performance in a while because we've
First
been
festival.
first festival, yeah.
cool.
So first like dedicated sound people, and we've been trying to get 8035 for a while, but
Yeah.
we would always just kind of send them an email being like, "Hey, let us perform."
And this
Like,
time
nothing
our
really like
manager
it. Yeah, this time
manager sent the email and it
we have a
kinda
manager.
worked out.
so it definitely went a little more smooth. So
So it's
yeah.
finally happening.
Yep. Yeah, super excited.
There we go. Well, for those of you out there that may not know, you guys are this is the first time you're coming on the podcast and everything. So why don't you introduce yourselves? I'm having a hard time with words this morning. I apologize. I've not had my coffee yet. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. You know, like, where are you? Who are you? What are you? The whole gist.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah, you go for
Well,
it.
yeah, my name is Akash Gururaja. I'm born and raised in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And then Ian and I met in high school and started making music then. And then I went to Nashville for college, and now I'm about to start my first year of med school.
Woo! Good for you. That's
At
awesome.
Vandy for neuroscience.
See, now you're just slaying in all fields. Slaying in the medical field, slaying in the music world.
The goal is to
can
bring
do it
them
all.
together.
Yeah, you're doing
The
it
goal
all.
is to, yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Well, how about you, Ian?
Yeah, so Ian Crumley, born in Pella, raised in Cedar Rapids.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, I guess I've been, both my parents are pretty musical. My mom is like a opera singer. She has a PhD in music. My dad still plays jazz drums all around Iowa. He's like just at the Iowa Jazz Festival
Yeah.
doing jazz drums there. So I've had a pretty strong musical influence all my life. And yeah, I've been like producing since probably like 5th grade when I really wanted to start making dubstep music.
Yeah.
So I got a copy of FL Studio and I made like, can I swear on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I made the shittiest dubstep you've ever heard in your life. It was like absolutely abhorrent. Like I wouldn't make anybody listen to it.
Still on YouTube
Yeah,
under...
it's still there. No. They're gonna have to do some research if they want to find my
Gosh, just
dubstep.
like text me the link
Don't
and
out
goes,
me.
hey, you know,
It'll be linked in the bio. It'll be linked.
it'll be linked in the description of every platform. Don't you worry.
Yeah, but I guess one day, I don't know. We just started making music in
Yeah,
high
I think it
school,
was
we-
during show choir,
Yeah.
and then we were like listening to the same album. It might have been, I don't even know. I'm
It
not
was,
gonna.
it was a Post. It had to be Post.
No, because I love Post Malone. I think it was Pink Guy. I think it was Pink Guy Joji or something. Yeah,
Maybe.
because I personally love Post Malone. He's like one of my top 3 artists. So he wouldn't be he might have inspired me to make music, but not. Anyways, we were listening to some album. And we're like, oh, this is so bad.
We could do better than this.
We didn't realize how hard it was going to be.
Yeah, we did not. We didn't do
Really
better
good
than
music,
it.
but-
We didn't do better than it for a little bit.
Yeah, and then
We could do better than this. Did we just become best friends? Yup.
the sophomore year of high school, 2017 started. And
Shout out show choir. Shout
choir.
out Trent Bugowitz. Shout
Because
out
you
Lamar.
guys did like all-state choirs and stuff in
Yep.
like speech too, didn't you?
Yeah, like all 4 years. He was in orchestra, so he did like all state orchestra too. But I was in choir. Auditioned for all state choir every year. Made it 3 years. Didn't make it freshman year.
I think I saw you guys at All-State because I made it my senior year.
Oh really?
Back in.
And when did you graduate?
I graduated 2018.
Okay, so you're above us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
it would be our junior year.
yeah
I was in orchestra. He was in choir
Yeah.
at that point.
Oh, crazy.
yeah.
There we go. Well, there you go. It goes all the way back, doesn't it?
It does. I know. I was gonna say I was in the car. I was like. Earlier today, I was looking through like the DMs we had.
Yeah.
You're an OG. Like you're one of like the OG Gold Revere fans. We have DMs from 2018. That's the first year we ever released music, and she was
Wow.
on it. Like shout out for real.
I was on that shit.
Certified OG status,
Like,
right here.
And I
We're
didn't
talking
even
about
know it.
Blame back then. Like
Yeah,
Blame is our
seriously,
first
like-
single ever,
yeah, it's
except
crazy.
for the volumes. But we
I
won't talk about
deadass
that.
was thinking about the interview, and I was like, you know what? I haven't heard Blame in a long time. I like streamed it because it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not on Spotify. It's on YouTube. So I was listening to it. I was just like, shit goes hard. Shit goes hard.
I know we're gonna have to like revisit some of our old ones.
Yeah.
Like make a new mix or get it up to the standard.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And We've been thinking about that. We've been talking about that for like 4
Yeah.
years now.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick. Of course. Well, speaking of everything that we got going on, how was your guys' week?
Chill. I'm in a show in Des Moines, a musical for School of Rock at the Des Moines Playhouse.
No kidding.
I play Ned Schneebly, who's like the roommate. So we've been having just run through after run through every night. My entire last 2 weeks has just been practice and stuff. So we just had opening night last night.
Yeah.
Which was super fun. Sold out show, sold out audience, and we're gonna have it again tonight. So I'm doing 80-35, and then the second it ends, I have to go there, and that's call. Like literally this minute it ends is our call time for
So crazy.
the show. So I have to like haul ass to the Playhouse, and then hopefully not be late. But
Oh,
I will
yeah.
be.
You are working on a wire today.
Yeah, today's a busy day, but I'm excited. Like I
This
love
is
being
his
busy. Yeah,
return to the stage after he played the Beast.
Yeah,
senior year in Beauty and the
with Mar
Beast.
High School. Yeah, I know it. I was
And
so
I know
nervous,
she'll
dude.
never leave me.
Yes, exactly. And in my twisted face.
Oh God, it's so funny.
I was just like,
Theater kids right now are like,
I was so nervous this week though, because it's been 4 years, and I'm like
right.
I know I liked performing at one point, but I don't know. It's been 4 years. I was like, what if I
Right.
and this show is going on. It's this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The next Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I think we have an optional an extra Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Broadway.
And I'm like,
Prep,
what if I just fucked up and I hate performing now and I just have to do it? But I loved it. It was so fun last night.
That's
So I'm
exactly
I'm
what happened
relieved.
to me my senior year at Wartburg. Because I was going into Brigadoon and I
Yeah.
was playing Meg Brocky.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh yeah, I'm really loving this. Then I don't know what the hell happened. I went through some sort of a quarter life crisis or whatever. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just sitting here do I want to do this anymore? I was like, do I have to change my entire major a semester before I graduate or what's
I
going
know,
on?
you just get in your head. It's like those intrusive thoughts. It's like, do I
yeah.
like what I like?
And I'm over here, November finally comes around, and we're finally performing Brigadoon, and the person that was supposed to play Meg Brocky, we were supposed to flip-flop, but she
Yeah.
got COVID. So here I am, all 4 nights, and I'm on stage, what's going through my head is, I'm seeing text. I can't hear the little voice in my head, but I'm seeing the text. I'm like, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? And at the same time, I was 15 years, I was blue and sad.
Yeah, right.
Being I
just kinda
don't
do
want to
it.
do this shit anymore.
It's just autopilot. When you get up there.
That's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing. Is doing any performance, but then you have your own conversation with yourself in your
right.
head, and you're just doing it, and you're like, that's kind of scary to me because I feel like I'm just gonna stop.
Right,
And
I
then,
know.
like,
I'm
start
like,
thinking
that's what I had that exact dialogue in my head last night on my third scene. I'm like, I'm here right now.
I'm literally. I could do whatever I could do whatever.
You dissociate.
Fuck up this whole
I could
show
jump
right now.
into the audience, yeah, and they're not I could.
You dissociate, and then you're like, oh shit, I am performing my set right now.
Yeah,
okay.
right, I know.
Oh my
Kind
god.
of cool. It's kind of cool though at the same time. It's kind of anxiety inducing, but it's I don't know. It's a cool.
Oh my gosh.
That'll happen. We'll listen to some old songs and be like, "Did we actually made this?" It's
Right, I know.
It's
That's
5,
another-
6 years ago. We're way different people now than we
Yeah.
were in high school, obviously, and
Yeah.
just crazy to hear some of these
Yeah.
high school songs.
I've definitely I have forgotten how
we
probably,
made- yeah.
I was gonna say I've forgotten how probably 7 of our songs sound just in general.
Yeah,
Just from way back then, from the first few volumes. Yeah, so I guess the story of our music is we first released a volume 1. It's called Volume 1. It's 5 songs. This was all in high school. Volume 2.
People kind of clowned us in high school. They were there were some people who supported us, but then a lot of people would
I think there were a lot of supporters.
was a lot of support.
supporters, but there were a lot
I
of
only
haters.
focus on the haters though. Yeah, it's
Right.
Those are
Because
my
back in
motivators,
2017,
baby.
you're still sophomores, juniors in high school.
Yeah.
You're getting a bunch of flack.
Yeah, we kept getting subtweeted. They're there was this one kid. We made a remix or a remake of Post Malone Better Now. And we put it out thinking this is the best thing ever. And
It
we
was not,
and we
but-
tweeted it, and some guy quote tweeted it from my high school and said, "This is the worst thing I've ever heard." And we were fuck this guy. Oh my god. Does he even know real music? You literally don't even know what a major scale is, bro. We were just butthurt little kid.
Have you heard of producing
right.
in Lydian mode?
Yeah, literally. Literally. He was right though.
It's
It was
okay.
it was trash. It
Oh my God.
Honestly, we need some more haters right now.
I know, bro.
Haters
I'm not
is
motivated.
when you know you're
I'm not
popping.
motivated enough.
Like, if you don't have the
Some haters
haters,
to motivate me.
that means the numbers aren't up. So you need to get the haters. You know.
Oh my gosh.
right,
Me, I'm like,
right.
not getting
Yeah,
a Kate comment yet. I'm like, got it. Got it. Oh, that's incredible. So you guys are known for songs such as like Goldfish Crackers. I remember when Goldfish Crackers started trending on TikTok, and it was
Yep.
just like Goldfish Crackers gonna try to fake a
Yep.
smile. Like that whole dance was going on, like popping off. I was like, oh, sick. There's Memories to That's You, etc. What would you two say that you are most known for right now?
Definitely, I'd say definitely Goldfish Crackers still.
Yeah.
Like, even with the show, when we first started rehearsing for the show, the main actor who plays Dewey, he's incredible. He's just, first of all, I just want to get that out there. He's so good. He could totally do Broadway and like be successful at it.
Yeah.
But his wife asked him when he got home one time, she like looked through the cast list and she said, like, is that the Goldfish Cracker guy? And it's been like, what, like 4 years now?
Yeah.
So that's just like, sometimes I just still, like, people still just know me as the Goldfish Cracker guy, which is funny. But
And I was out last night, and then someone was like, "Oh, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to 8035. We have a show there." And they're like, "What do you mean you have a show there?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're performing at 8035." They're like, "Wait, what? Are you Gold Revere?" And then
like,
they're like,
"Yeah."
"Are you gonna do Goldfish Crackers?" I'm like, "I guess we have to now. Now that you asked, we're gonna do it." Like as if we weren't. But yeah, that's always the last song in our set. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
'cause-
our biggest one.
yeah,
Are you guys ready? All together. Goldfish Crackers.
yeah. Shout out Spencer Wire and Megan Callahan for the dance too.
Yep, instrumental. It's really, really, really crazy. It kind of like just hit at the right time. I don't know. It's
Yeah, it
very
was
hard
right in the dance trends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect. Also, I think Tommy came up with the idea to do it every day. He was like, you should just do it every day and say you're going to do it every day until it goes viral.
Yep. Shout out Tommy Gristle.
First day of doing this dance until I am mega viral. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, I love it. So how do you guys get into your like creative, motivating mindset when it comes to like making new music and new content? Like, what's your guys' like shtick when it comes to that?
Oh boy. I mean, it's nothing quite like when we're like together making music. I think like as soon as we're like, even yesterday, we just like sat down at my laptop or at my desk for like an hour and a half and just like pumped out like our best song we made in like the last 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And like, I don't like, it's unfortunate because we went to different universities and we're still like, he's in Nashville right now and I'm in Des Moines right now.
Yeah.
So we're still doing the remote thing.
Yeah.
But I guess like, yeah, I don't know. Like the way we do it right now is like normally I'll like make a beat or whatever. I'll just like make a little something like a rough draft and I'll send it to him. I'll send a beat like pretty much like once every day, once every 2 days or something like that. Cause I'm always just like, it's a quick little, rather than watching an episode of Suits or whatever, I'm like, I'll make a beat.
As we literally just finished season 9 of Suits on Netflix, literally the other night.
I just
That's
said that.
crazy.
I honestly just said that because I just started watching it yesterday, last night when I got home. But, and then, he'll
let
like,
me know what you think. We have some thoughts.
I'm like 15 minutes in right now and I really like it. So I'm probably going to keep watching it because I need a new TV show.
Oh, of course.
But, I'll like send a beat. He'll pick out the ones that he likes that like fit the vibe. Sometimes I like, send some left field beats for sure that like would never be a Gold Revere song, but like, you never know. Something,
Yeah, you
And
experiment.
then he'll send over like ruminate, is that the right word?
Yeah, I just like keep listening to the beat, like try to think of different ideas and stuff. And then if I find that I have something that like I like, then I will record the vocals, send the stems over to him, and then it kind of has to pass the double test. Like sometimes like I'll make a song, send it to him, and then the song doesn't work out, but then at the same time sometimes I won't write for his beat. So every song kind of has to
Yeah, it goes through a double filter.
the double filter. And then if it kind of makes it through that, which not many songs do, we have so many songs that we like probably every 7 to 10 songs we make, like one of them will like at this point. We used to
so
just release everything, but now we're like a little bit more cautious about what we release and like focusing on like what kind of sound we're putting out and stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to like make the excuse like we're the type of artists that can make any type of song. But I think that's just
We still can. We just got to experiment
yeah.
way more. We can't just
Yeah.
like, make the first type of like. If we wanted to make a country song, we'd have to make 100 before we.
Yeah, right,
we
got
make
one that we like.
That's good.
Pull a Beyonce and just suddenly release a whole country album and make
Yeah,
it be
right.
absolutely iconic.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Well, that's Beyonce.
Oh
For
yeah.
real, she can do
Whatever she wants. Yeah.
Right. And like in 2024 too, it's almost like there are endless codes to crack when it comes to music, but I feel like 2024 we're always just like I've heard that already. I've seen that already. So everyone is just so concerned about like what have people not seen before? How weird or how much can we push that
Yeah.
envelope, you know? So that's just crazy too, being an artist in this day and age and trying to compete with that.
Yeah, and when everybody's making TikToks about their own music and like, yeah, it's just a really hard space to, you know. We lucked out because we were kind of like at the beginning of the TikTok music phase, like in 2019.
Yeah.
It's like right kind of when TikTok was blowing up. So,
Yeah.
but now it's just like so saturated. It's like I don't know. It's interesting.
Got to find the next thing.
Yep.
And I find for creativity, just like to finish that question, that I can't like be full in on music like 24/7 like
Yeah.
through the whole year. Like it'll take 1 month where I'm like writing songs and like really into recording and stuff. Then I'll take another month off where I just like don't really think about music, and that helps a lot. Like,
Oh yeah.
'cause you can't always be in a creative space. Otherwise,
You're gonna burn yourself
you
out.
have to experience life, and
there's
then you
nothing
have
to draw from.
Exactly. You have to, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I same with like even like production. Like I think I can do it. I don't have to like take a step back for as long as like a writer normally does, because I can like kind of just, you know, go off of a formula and then deviate and like find my own creative, you know, stuff from there.
Right.
But I do find that like if I take a long break, like a week break, I come back with some motivation and I make like the best like 7 beats I've ever made in my life. It's just like
7.
Yeah,
That's such
seriously,
a
like-
specific number.
it's because I just like juice it till it's dry, you know. I'm just like I got it. Like I'm on a roll right now. I gotta like keep going.
We gotta
I'll,
go.
like
We gotta.
cancel plans to stay home and make a beat.
So jury duty, cancel that. I got a beat to make.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I would. Well, no, don't do that. But anyone out there, don't do that. But what a concept. This next question that I have is just me being a music nerd because I graduated. Everybody out there knows this, so plug your ears. You've heard this before because it's going to sound really repetitive. I went to Wartburg College, graduated with a music degree. Wow, so exciting! Nobody's ever heard that before. And I nerd out about this kind of stuff. So what artists and sounds inspire you to create? Because I definitely hear influences of like Tyler the Creator, Kanye, like all that good jazz. Even like a little bit of Jacob Collier now that I think about it. But
Mark
your
Driven.
sound is even more like diverse and like unique at like I would listen to Blame on SoundCloud literally all the time when I was going to Nyack first, like as I was just telling you before,
Yeah.
really exposes how early I caught on to these guys. But could you dive a little bit more into the pieces of the puzzle that come together to create the sound of Gold Revere?
You clocked the first 3. Bravo. Yeah, definitely Tyler, Kanye, Jacob Collier. That's people we've always cited.
Post Malone.
Yeah. I guess for me, an artist, Toro y Moi.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's like, I don't know, a lot of people haven't heard of him, but he's been
big. He's
he's
huge.
been everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
has a lot of songwriting credits and like, but he is like my idol. I just love everything he makes.
Yeah.
Like he has like an alty feel and kind of like a laid back. I don't know. I really love everything he does and like his whole vibe. And so he's probably got to be like up there with like, as my all-time influence for like just how it sounds and what I make, how it sounds. Recently, Knowledge, who came out with an album with Anderson .Paak. They go under an alias No Worries.
Oh yeah.
If you've ever heard of that, Knowledge, he's been a huge inspiration to me recently because he uses a lot of like lo-fi sounding drum stuff that I've been trying to like kind of recreate.
Yeah.
In the
And
last
I promise
year.
I'm not ignoring you. I promise. Neil's texting me.
Oh, you're good.
He was like, "Is this your house?"
Is he here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He just came in.
Hey.
Neil.
Neil.
Neo.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's probably petting the cat.
probably.
I used to be like a huge Kanye fan, huge Post Malone fan, and I would just like listen.
What's up,
Hey,
bruh?
man.
Hello, hello.
These guys aren't gonna see. Don't pop in and say hi into the camera.
What are those?
That's crazy. He's wearing these Wolverine shoes. That's crazy. Yeah, I used to only listen to them, just click shuffle and just like only listen to that. But then
Yeah.
I don't know what happened around like probably like sophomore year of college. Like I just stopped like listening to individual artists and I just like stopped listening to all music.
Oh,
And I would
wow.
only get obsessed with one song for like a week and then I would move on to the next song. So if you look at my like liked songs, it's just like it's probably only 50 to 100 songs that I've liked since high school or like in college, but it's like I get obsessed with these songs. So right now that song is
Right.
it's Let the Light In by Lana Del Rey.
Ooh.
And then before that it was Sailing, Christopher Cross. That's one that Ian showed me. Before that I don't know, like the song called Summer Rain by Jacob Collier. So yeah, some of the same people, but yeah, I just get obsessed with the song. So like I don't listen to an artist discography anymore because I honestly I just like I don't want to be influenced too much in a way. Like when
Okay.
you're also creating music, like I kind of want to just like do what I want because every time like I'll write a song, then I have to like cross check and be like, okay, did I just steal that from somewhere? Like, 'cause if
Where
it
have I
sounds
heard
too
this?
good, then you're like, oh,
Am I copying it?
That's funny.
exactly.
Because like at some point too, I get that same feeling where it's like you are like obsessed with the song. It's not even enough to listen to it over and over and over. It's almost like you have to like, I don't know, like you're just so obsessed. It's
You want to
like,
inject it into your veins, dude.
yeah,
No, that's like literally. I'm honestly, I'm kind of the opposite where I listen to everything all the time. I'm always trying to find new music. Like every Friday, I like get super hyper because new music dropped.
yeah,
And I can like listen to whatever.
Yeah.
I think I have like since I had to remake my Spotify because my old one got like deleted or something. So in like the last like 4 years, I think I've collected like 5,000 some songs I liked, and I'll just shuffle it every single time I get in my car.
yeah.
But I will say there are times when I have obsessions with songs, and recently that has been Mick Gee.
Yes,
MK.Gee.
Yeah, yeah.
Is like
super good.
his last album is just like really so incredible.
Might be album of the
It's
year. We'll see.
It is just like so unique. There's literally nothing that sounds like it, like that's out. It's just so cool. Lewis Cole. There's like 2 songs that he released in 2011. I've been known about Lewis Cole. He's kind of like in the same realm as Jacob Collier, where he's like
Yeah.
hyper jazz, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But he released an album in 2011, and I was like going back to listen to it, and there's one song on there, "Below the Valleys," that I have. It's like I've listened to it probably like 100 times, like in the last like 3 weeks. It's just like so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah,
And he comes from a hip hop EDM background. Like that's like you listen to mostly hip hop probably.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
And then once I moved to Nashville, I started listening to a lot of like singer songwriter folk and stuff. And so that creates like a very unique thing because you have people coming at it from different directions. Like
Right.
we're not making purely hip hop, and I'm writing from like not a hip hop like vibe. Like the vocals that we do aren't like a lot like very rappy. Sometimes they are, but it's
Right.
a lot of like kind of pop folk
Right.
on hip hop beats. So it's like it's a little interesting. Obviously, it's not the first time it's ever been done, but it's a unique sound.
Yeah.
Right. And I also feel like it's also interesting how you both approach it because you were saying like you're like a month on, I'm here ready to go. I really don't listen to music that much. Take another month off, do another year on. But then you are constantly listening for new music. You're constantly listening for like better production techniques. How is this beat gonna sound? Ooh, that bass line is killer. Stuff like that. And then you come together with that, both of your approaches. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like when it's like almost like a solar eclipse moment. Like
When the stars align.
yeah,
we
when
get
the
something
stars align,
crazy,
it's just like banger made. We gotta
exactly.
we gotta show you this song. We
Made a
just made
crazy song yesterday. Yeah.
That is so good. I'm like still thinking about it. The stars align.
I just want to listen to it. I know it's crazy.
So,
The stars have aligned. Oh,
yeah,
that's
maybe
incredible.
maybe we can sneak peek into the mic a little bit. I got it on my phone.
I mean, no internal monologue exclusive? Question mark?
All right. Period. At the end, we'll do that outro of the podcast.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have got to stick around to the end.
Retention.
Don't skip. to
Hello.
them.
Yeah. Well, don't skip. Just listen to the whole thing through.
gonna
Like,
miss
don't
out.
leave. But
What's about to happen next is going to be so funny. You don't want to miss it.
you don't want to miss it. So speaking of what's happening next question. Haha, segue. You wow, and then I just completely forgot how to speak English. My bad. See, it was funny. You recently released your new EP, Four on the Floor, this year.
Yep.
How has the public reception been for you since the release? Like, how have people been taking it?
It's been good. I mean, whenever we like in our last few performances we've done live, like we do our regular stuff or whatever, and then we like go into the Four on the Floor stuff, and there's a visible change to like people like reacting to the music, like they're all like getting hyped. So
Yeah.
it's like it's cool. It's I think it's funny because a lot of people think that like, I don't know, if you read the bottom of the album artwork, it says this EP is not representative of Gold Revere or their future work, because it's meant to be kind of like an
One-off,
experimental one-of EP of just like dance music.
Yeah.
Just because we're just like messing around making stuff, and we showed our friends and they were like, this is really good. Like, you guys should actually put this out. And we kind of thought about it. And we were like, okay, yeah, we probably should.
We had like the first two of it. We had Find the Time and a Party Like the World's on Fire. And we're like, okay, we can't just put out two songs. We're like, okay, we'll make a third one. And then we ended up making a fourth one because it's like a Four on the Floor beat. So we put 4 songs in the EP.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, it's weird. Like, this is the first like release that we've done where my parents' coworkers are like sending us DMs and stuff, and like our parents' coworkers are showing up to our shows. Like, we did a show at Nubo in Marion, and then my mom was like, "Hey, this is my coworker," and the guy's like, "Yeah, I've been showing it to all of the people at the office." I was like, "What?" Like,
Hey.
like EDM EP out of all of them? Like,
Yeah,
it's so weird.
Funny. Yeah. That's why I'm also excited to get back into like the regular stuff, like to put out like a new, because like the production value too of like just like the mixing and like how it sounds from like a technical standpoint for our EP is like definitely the strongest out of our entire discography. And like it's been 7 months and now it's just gotten even better. Like, so I don't know, things are bright. But yeah, for overall like reception, I think it was pretty good.
Good. It's also cool hearing like the tried and true, like this is what we know is gonna work well, perfect, but you sprinkle in a little bit of like, hey, here's something different. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
and
right.
having that positive reception, oh, that's got to be a really good feeling.
Yeah, it definitely does feel good.
Good. That's awesome. I love that. Let's see. What are the pros and cons to creating your own platform and embarking on your musical endeavors the way that you both have?
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah. So
The hard hitters.
Yeah. Pros is that you get to build something from the ground up. I think something we're really proud of is that, like, up until now, it's been just us, and we literally started from 0 followers. We didn't convert like our personal account into like a band account. Like, started from 0 followers on everything.
Yeah.
Like, we had Ian's rock band mic and FL
Literally,
and no plugins. Yeah, that was like, we like started from literally nothing, and then from there we went to, I think now, like 25 million streams across platforms. Like, signed a deal with Sony. We're playing at festivals. Like, to do all that and it just be our marketing and just our music, and like we didn't like get any company to like bought our streams or anything like that.
Yeah. That's
which is really funny. Yeah.
Sorry.
But so that's like a pro, is just getting to like build it from the ground up and knowing like you have everything and you've put in the work to get to this point. Because if you're like a bass player in a band or whatever, like you're joining like some, like I was in a cappella groups in college, and it was really fun, like one of the best experiences of my life. But like you're joining something that already exists,
right.
And so this is like ours personally. Like we created it. Like Gold Revere. Revere is my street name. We came up with the name like in high school. It just has so much like meaning and stuff and
history too, and
But then the con on the same side is that like it's up to you to make it work. No one is going to move it forward.
Right.
And so like you understand this, right? With like doing your own thing independently,
100%.
like it's not going to make any progress unless you do it, and you have to make it a priority in your life. So like we both have like jobs and stuff we do, and and like other areas of life that take up like family and friends and stuff, but like this always has to remain a constant. And so like it's
100%.
tough to like stay on something forever when you're not getting technically paid for it. Like, yeah, like we're not making like a livable salary off this. We're doing it because we love it. We're not
Right.
also not doing it for the fame or for the money or anything. We're just doing it because we like making music. So
Right. I really resonated with basically all of that. It's crazy how one little street named Gold Revere can go from 0 to 25 million real quick.
All right, for real.
That's a crazy number. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I totally get that. Building something from the ground up, not really doing it for the fame, not really doing it for the money. I literally recorded this podcast because I was just like, I have nobody else to talk to, and I talk to myself a lot, so might as well just do it in front of a microphone. And here we are now.
Yeah.
Like 3 years later, still doing it. Like same here. Like I have another job as well. I work at a care center, which I just got Employee of the Month.
Hey.
That's another update. An Employee of the Month. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But which that was a shock. I mean, I like to be okay. We're good. Shut up. Anyways, so that, and also I have like my 2 cats. I have my partner. I have my family, all my friends, and stuff like that. And it's you gotta do it yourself. You gotta push through it and make it happen yourself because you're the one that created the idea in the first place. Like you're the one really trucking things along. You're the one that has the vision for it. You're the one that has to be held accountable for it.
Yeah.
Totally 100% agree with that. That can be daunting sometimes.
yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Especially when it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Then you're like,
Yeah, when you get like, I don't know, like it's interesting too because like when you get the views and like you get the the reception that like comes with putting out like art, I guess, in a form, it's like it's a little dangerous to attach that the good feelings you get from music to the reception.
right.
And we've been like, I don't know, this has been something I've always thought about. It's just like I'll find myself being like, I want to put out a song so bad because I like miss the feeling of, putting out a song and like people texting me like saying they like the song. It's like, okay, wrong. Like,
Womp
like
womp.
why do I want to put out a song? It's because like I made something and I'm proud of it. And like and when it comes down to it, like I'd put it out if nobody listened to it.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
And like that's why I know that like this is something I really want to do. Like I will do for the rest of my life, even if it like never goes. Like if this is the highest we go, we do this 80-35 festival, and then we plateau and we tank. I'm still gonna be. I'm gonna be 50 years old at
We're still going to be making
Thanksgiving with my family, making a beat in the corner.
because we were doing it for 3 years before anything happened, before a
Yeah.
song got over 100,000 streams. And we were doing it for 4 years after that before we even like did an actual live show. Like this is our first year of like actually doing booked shows and stuff like that, which reminds me of the second verse of Find the Time, which goes, "Don't get me wrong, I'm in love with the game, just not who I became. Caught in the lights and fame. Turns out I need a different aim." Right? So that kind of talks about how we
Bars.
Absolute bars.
like after the whole Goldfish Crackers and the Lavender EP, that's like a huge high, but you can't like, everything is ebbs and flows. It's like higher highs, lower lows. Like you can't like
Yep.
expect everything to go up. You take 4 steps forward and 2 steps back.
Right.
Sometimes 10 steps back.
Yeah, exactly right.
And then you keep marching it up, but it's about the consistency. They say it takes 15 years to become an overnight success. So we're on year 7. So we still got 7-8 years to go.
You still got it.
No worries,
Whoop, whoop.
I mean, like Chapel Roan. I mean, she was making music for like since 2015 or even before that, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And also like what is success? Like you can never climb. We're not like the amount of people to become like Taylor Swift and do like stadium tours and be the top billionaire artist. Like that's like only her. And like Beyonce and Rihanna, like there's like only like 5 or 6 people who have like done that. So like what is success? I would say we're successful.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
we've achieved a lot of the goals that we set out to. Like we didn't think we'd even get half of this. So
And I have something to, like every day I have something to look forward to.
yeah, exactly.
Like I feel like, like I really like I want my friends, like all my friends and family to like feel like the passion I have for like creating something. I think just everybody should like have some sort of passion like this in their lives because it's just like it's so fulfilling.
Right.
Like I have like obviously I have like good days and I have bad days, but like I don't know. I just like never really have like a bad life. I feel like, I don't know, just because I always have something to do.
And I feel like if people are kind of measuring up their success to people like Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Beyonce, that is like a 1 in a million, jillion, billion, trillion % chance that that's ever going to happen on that level. That is extreme. Obviously, it's hard work, but at the same time, like hard work can only go so far sometimes. Trying not to make that a depressive thought, but but like that kind of like outreach to success most of the time happens to not a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can really measure success like based on your own perception of success. Like I would agree if you guys are feeling like you are successful, then who am I to argue that, you know?
Yeah.
Like and I can obviously see that you guys are really getting there. You're really successful in my eyes at least and many other people's eyes as well. But yeah, if you're fulfilled, if you're accomplishing your goals, if you are completing the missions that you want to complete, and if you're having fun and passionate about something at the end of the day, there you go.
Yeah, right.
That's
I
success.
just want every song we release to be slightly better than the last one, and then that's
Growth.
all you can
That's
ask
the
for.
success, really.
Growth. There is growth.
Like already, I just like am so like just excited for this next song. Like, it's
Yeah.
like it's gonna make my whole month probably. Just like everything. I don't know.
Absolutely. Wait for the outro, folks. That's awesome. So kind of switching it over. I like to do this thing with a lot of my guests that I interview where people can really have trouble separating the role from the self at times, and people can get kind of lost in their role and not really have time to really take care of themselves and who they are as people. So I know that you've been doing theater and you've been keeping up with musical theater. You have been pursuing your PhD and everything like that. What are all the, like, what would you say that you do outside of Gold Revere? Like, who are you guys and what do you guys do outside of all of this?
Well, yeah. So I'm in a musical at Des Moines. Did we talk about that when we were recording?
In like the, kind of like in the intro, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, doing obviously that I was in choir too here. There's like a Des Moines community choir that my director from Iowa State directed.
Des Moines Choral Society.
Yeah, so I did.
Because
I did a whole
performed with them a lot,
that's
like
right,
the
yeah.
last couple of years.
Yep. Yeah. So
You
I
guys
did.
must have been there, and then I just missed you.
Yeah.
Must have.
I did. Yeah, I did that for this season, which was super fun. I mean, like obviously, outside of music and just that, I like owe everything to my friends. Like I just love hanging out with my friends, and I've lucked out to have like the friends that I have, and that I don't know. I have cool people around me, so
That's
I
awesome.
always feel lucky to
Yeah. The energy is always good.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I guess I don't know. I like movies too. I'm really excited to see Longlegs.
Follow him on Letterboxd, I guess.
Yeah, follow me on Letterboxd, Ian Crumley. I post good reviews.
Yeah.
That's incredible. See, it's like a side gig. There you go.
Yeah. That's one thing I want to do someday is like be in like either score a movie
That'd be so cool.
or like either even act.
One of my friends does that actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be so
Nashville.
cool.
Oh, that's
so
incredible.
Yeah.
I've always thought about like, like a horror movie would be fun to score. I'd make it so cool.
I'll pull out the violin.
You just gotta
We'll
make
get
it
some of
so
that, like,
You gotta make it so just like unorthodox, like weird sounds. Like that's
Yeah.
perfect. Like, did you ever see the trailer for like even Longlegs? They got like the weird sounds.
yeah,
like,
do it.
Oh,
All right,
like
gonna be
the
clipped.
And people are like,
yeah.
that's so deep.
yeah, it
That's
is,
so
I know. You
deep.
just gotta. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Okay, anyway, you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess music is like a good escape for me. Like I'm starting med school, and I've been like doing a lot of science stuff, like research. These are all like the prerequisites to get into these types of programs, and so music is like a really good escape. I like to teach. I teach Indian classical violin, and then I also I just play like random gigs whenever I get them, like whether it's Gold Revere or like Indian music or I don't know, just like whatever. And then also it's just fun to like just noodle around on the guitar and piano and whatever. Like I started playing piano when I was like 4, and then violin at 9, and then picked up guitar in college, and so like I'm always going to do music. Like Ian said, I'm going to be doing it for the rest of my life. But I think sometimes like making it your full-time thing can like really burn you out. So I think it's, at least at this point, it's good that we have other things to like focus on. That way music, we're actually,
It's like a treat.
yeah, it's really fun to work on it. Like I found like during, like I'm taking a gap year right now, about to start this new program, and as I'm getting more busy, like finishing up my research stuff, and like I'm actually finding myself spend more time with music and like want to write more, rather than when I was just like having fun during my gap year and like
Right.
meeting friends and like going out. Like I was just like, I just want to do this. Like I don't want to like necessarily
Yeah, right.
come back and then do music. I'm like, it needs to be
Right.
like the escape, not necessarily what I
Seriously.
go to do my 8 to 5 every day.
Yeah,
Right.
for real. Going off of that too, like I work remotely for an insurance company out of New Jersey. It's like my regular 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And there will be like times, it's just like funny because logically you'd be like, if you didn't have work that allows you more time to make music, that's great. But then like I find that like when I don't have work to do, so I'll kind of just be like, noodling around trying to like, because I work for we're a consulting, I guess, company. We like make policy admin systems for other insurance companies. So like when the work comes to me, I have to do it. But when there's no work, I kind of just have to wait for there to be work.
Yeah.
So like during those like down periods, I'm like, logically it would make sense to just music all day,
Right.
But then I find myself, I just like make bad stuff. Like I'm just like not in the headspace to do it. But then when I'm super busy with work, and then I have like a little off, like an hour or two where I don't have anything, like I finish all my,
Right.
my obligations. Like I make like something that's just like the next thing. Like I just like am motivated. Like it is like the yin and the yang. You need to have like, a regimen almost, or at least this is just how my brain works. Like I need to have a regimen of like work, that maybe I don't want to do. Like if it's homework or if it's, just insurance stuff,
Yeah. Like procrastinating on something.
Yeah, it's like if I do that, I feel a lot more enticed to make I feel good. I don't know. It's an interesting
Right.
thing. I've been diving into that the last few months.
Time to cook.
Yeah, literally.
Time to cook. Oh, I love it. Let's see. What are your typical responsibilities and like your average day-to-day look as Gold Revere? Like for a day like this, what would that? You guys will probably be getting a day in life with Gold Revere here and I pretty soon, by the way. So stay tuned.
Day in
But
my life.
plus, we're getting a whole ton of clips out of this too. So content after content after
Yeah.
content as well.
Clip farming. I'll give you
Clip for me.
Yeah.
Someone make a clip, a fan edit. Thank you. But on days like today, what would your like typical responsibilities and like your day to day look like?
Well, I guess specifically for today, since we're doing a show, we had to like make the set list, and then on the way here, we like practice the set list in the car,
Yeah.
and like
Figuring out harmonies,
stuff like that.
remembering lyrics. It's crazy to try to remember all these lyrics. It's like, oh God, we've released like almost 50 songs at this point. Like
Yeah.
it's like a big jumble at this point, like
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we have like that later. I mean, we're probably gonna go to another Des Moines artist, Kashi, his performance at 8035. He's doing like kind of the same thing we are at the silent stage.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess like I don't know. You wanna?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, we don't get to see each other in person that often. So whenever we do, I think it's kind of like my responsibility to make sure to have songs ready that we can work. Like if I didn't have a verse and chorus written yesterday, it would kind of just been like,
Just like dick around for
yeah,
2 hours
exactly.
until we had to do
But
something.
funnily enough, like find the time, like one of probably our best song off the EP, and even like in the last couple of
low-key,
years, like that was
one of
written
those
like in 15 minutes, like on the spot. He made the beat in 15 minutes. Like we did that whole song in probably 30 minutes. So like it's just like whatever, but it always goes more smooth when I have something written and I've like thought through the lyrics and thought through the melodies and stuff. So I guess that's kind of my responsibility. And then Ian comes through with the quick mix. Like I was like just chilling, and then by this morning he already had like a really good vocal mix on that. So just like working fast so that we can see like what our product actually looks like, So there's that. I mean, I feel like there's not like a huge day to day. It's more just like
It's almost week to week.
it's week to week. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's that currently the content is kind of between both of us. We're still kind of figuring out like what the best way to put our brand forward is when we're not in the same space.
Right.
But then also like if you think about all the production stuff, like that needs to keep going, and then Ian keeps making beats, then I keep writing, and we also like have all of our like more logistical things, which is like all of the different accounts and that stuff, which we're slowly letting Neil kind of make that a little bit more efficient and stuff, because
Yeah.
we need to get back focused on the content and the music making and not get bogged down with all of the
Right.
the logistic outside stuff.
Of course.
It can take a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't even want, because then that starts to feel like the job. You don't even want to make music when you're like, spend the whole day like just like writing emails and like going on spreadsheets and seeing how much money do we get from this and all these kinds of things. Just like, oh.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Which, speaking of the content part, I'm really, really fortunate to help you guys out today with 8035. And everything that I will be sending over with like content and whatnot, like I will send it to Neil, you,
Cool.
like everybody in the team. Like I'm like, here you go. I'll be spamming all of you with
Shout out.
all of the shit.
That'll be sweet.
Everything once it's all done. And most of the time when I'm editing the content too, I'm kind of like how I'm quick with it.
Yeah.
Most of the time. When it comes to like short form content, I can whip up a graphic in like 10, 15 minutes. I can edit a TikTok in like 10, 15, maybe 30 at the very, very like most.
Yeah.
But I will get that stuff out to you quick.
Hell yeah. Shout out you for real. Yeah,
It's going to be fun.
yeah, we're excited. We're getting if we can get videos too, because we're getting the guy is recording our set. So I'm going to like line up the audio we get from the set with the video and like make some stuff there too. So
Oh, perfect.
that'll be
Absolutely. Absolutely.
good. Shout out Darren.
It's also really
Shout out,
funny,
Darren.
like if you're in the creative process, like when we were making the song yesterday, like the thought didn't even occur to like, oh, let's put the phone in the background and like get us creating the song. Like it was just like I feel like that would have ruined it, if anything.
Yeah,
You know
a
what I
little
mean?
bit,
Like
right.
we try to
Like,
do that.
this is going to be
sometimes.
so cool. You set up the camera and it's like, da, 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 da.
Yeah, literally. It's like
I would have been like in my head and stuff. Like when you're in the creative process, like I feel like you really need someone else to be there documenting it. Otherwise it's like hard. I don't know how these people do
they
it.
all fake
They
it.
all fake it. Yeah, exactly. They're
No
just
way they do this.
like, look at this thing I came up with on the piano. Oh yeah, really?
Yeah,
like
right. We're good. I can do that.
I love it.
Speaking of, we should do that.
the next TikTok, you'll see it.
Let's make a
entertaining.
TikTok.
Yeah, as long as it's got the hook
There you go. Yeah.
and it helps the algorithm.
There you go.
Yeah, don't even get me started. I like have a mostly hate relationship with TikTok now.
Oh, it's the worst.
Like, just soul sucking. I just like hate it. Like
Yeah.
you spend so long like putting together like a really good video you think is gonna do really well, and then it gets like 50 views in an hour, and you're like,
Damn.
all right, cool,
Like,
Yeah.
I see how it is.
thanks, Byte Dance or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever TikTok company they got going on now.
It could be very draining sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
here, create more content. Well, that sucked. Here, create more content. Here,
Yeah.
that didn't do well. Here, create more content. You're like, what do you want from me?
Right? Seriously. Now they got all these ads saying like your content's not doing well on our platform. Well, maybe you should buy views, like promote it, buy views, and it'll do well. It's like, this is your platform. What do you mean? like why are you what? Like,
Why are
it's so like ethically weird.
At TikTok, why are you making us do your job?
Real.
Thank you.
We lucked out. Like
Look directly in the camera lens too. TikTok, I know you're listening.
fix it.
Fix it now.
That's tough because like there are some like basically like schemes you can do to like make your content go viral. Like there's obviously like a bunch of like different advertising and marketing techniques that have worked for hundreds of years that like we all know about. Like there are certain ways that they advertise like alcohol and certain things, like, you know, you're going to have like you can get beautiful people in the content, but that also feels like we're just like degrading our image. You could do like the whole like, oh, did I just make the song out of this and be very sensational? But then that also doesn't feel authentic. And so then, you know, there's also like, we could pretend to record something and then just like fake, like actually melodyne the vocals and make it seem like we're really, really amazing singers. But all the people who are like pretending to record on TikTok and do that stuff, they're all just like editing their vocals like before. And so like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, maybe that's what it takes to break in the industry, is like kind of like sacrificing a little bit of yourself. But at this point, we're not ready to do that. And so,
Right.
you know,
Which I get that. And it's, again, it can be so draining because what I would love, the ones that I love the most is just seeing artists like showing us what their artistry looks like, what their specific taste looks like, what their process looks like. That's interesting to me. But then TikTok is over here like, oh, you have to jump in a fountain in public and then tell people to stream your song and then it'll
Yeah,
get views.
right,
I'm like, well,
exactly.
why would I want to do that?
like if I got full face
what
tattoos,
fountain?
like if I went to the tattoo shop and I got full face tattoos, like I would get some views on TikTok and like started like putting some like doing some rap and trying to act like I'm something else. But
Right, but that's not authentic.
yeah,
as you
exactly.
said.
Or if I like, yeah, go up and like push people in like Times Square or something, or like ask them like really heinous questions and like do like all these things, like it's gonna get views, like, but it's also like, I don't know if that's gonna like translate into fans, you know? You want
Right.
you want fans, you want people to like,
Yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want trolls, you want
Exactly.
fans.
Yeah. Some people make music, other people make memes.
Oh,
Man,
Bars.
said.
bars.
Shout
That's
out.
the title. Some people make music, some people make memes. There you go.
Funny enough, we
Featuring Gold
actually-
Revere.
That's pretty much exactly how we started getting streams, though. Is that
memes,
there were
yeah.
all these meme accounts and like that were like super popular when we were in high school.
Yeah.
And at the time, you could pay them like $20 and they'd post your meme, and they would have like, I don't know, somewhere between like 50 to 150K followers or something like that. And so I'd make all these like edits. There's like this like Timmy Thick character or whatever that I made an edit to using a Gold Revere song. And like it was just like dumb and and funny
Like Big Chungus in there.
yeah, for like the meme culture in like 2018, 19. And what happened was actually like one of those memes was one of the there was a account that was following them that had like 2 million followers.
Oh.
And then our meme got screen recorded and
Reposted,
then
yeah.
posted on their account. And all the comments are like, what's the song? What's the song? What's the song? What's the song?
that's how
And then-
memories blew up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how Fall in Line and Memories blew up. And then yeah, if you go to like the YouTube for any of those, like any of our early singles,
Yeah.
all the comments are here from the Timmy Thick meme, here from like the Kylie Jenner meme, here from the egg
crazy.
meme. You know,
Anyone still here in June 2024?
Yeah, literally.
Anyone still here August of 2024?
Yeah, so
Oh, that's
we made music and memes.
music and memes.
The music first.
Why can't we coexist, right?
Right. That's
They
true.
can coexist, exactly.
Exactly. Like,
But, like I always think, like when I listen to like classic songs that stand the test of time, they're not like, there are a lot of songs that just like bubble up nowadays, like because we're in like the social media age. Like even like these recent Kendrick Lamar songs, like he's like, everyone's saying it's probably A minor. They're like they're all saying this, but no one's
Yeah.
gonna be listening to this song in 20 years. This is not a classic. This is not like
I don't
no.
know.
This is not like a
I don't know.
like a bastion of music.
I feel like-
this is
but,
not like
okay, but I get your point.
You know
This
what
is a
I'm
side
saying?
note though. That
It's
song
not a
is that song
Grammy
is a
award-winning
that song
song.
is a cultural phenomenon.
I understand.
I
culture
dead ass
that's
talked about this in my last episode, yeah, because I feel like it'll be more iconic for like the generational rap battle
Right,
aspect of it,
exactly.
rather than like
But
the
for the
production
song
of it.
itself-
Yeah, even Real Housewives of New Jersey is a cultural. The Bachelor is like a cultural icon right now, but it's
Yeah.
not going to go down as greatest TV ever. You know what I mean? And
Right,
that's the type.
right.
Breaking Bad goes down.
Right.
The Wire goes
Exactly.
down. Yeah,
That's the type of music I'm
Sopranos.
trying to make. Is like the Breaking Bads, the Sopranos, not like the trashy like Love Island, because that's what goes. That's
Oh,
what's
you're about to
viral
upset
right now.
some people, bro. The Love Island fans are.
I'm not saying-
so intense.
I'm not saying it's a bad show. It's just trashy. That's it.
I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm trying to say it's trash.
There's a difference.
Hot take.
I'm not saying you're stupid for watching it. I'm just saying.
So okay, Love Island's on every day. That's like that's so much. Why does it have to be every day? Make it like once a week, like a regular TV show.
Why would
Like all my friends, I'm just mad about it because like I'm like, hey people, want to like hang out or something? No, sorry, I'm watching Love Island
God.
again.
This is coming out of a place of bitterness.
Yeah, of
I see.
bitterness. Yes, because like how many fucking times you gotta watch Love Island, bro?
I'm like, let it all
How many
out.
episodes are there? It's been going on for like 2 months now, right? Like what? Whatever. Rant over.
We're really letting it out on this podcast. I love it.
Say,
I
drop the
got a
name.
mic in front of me. And
Drop the name right now of that friend. Drop the name, whoever that is.
Drop the name.
I know who they are.
Ooh,
Who is this figure here?
Actually, it's multiple people now, but
they called.
like, yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
Shout out Love Island.
Shout out Love Island. Oh gosh.
Text about.
So steering away from Love Island really quick before we get too much flack in the comments. So getting back into it, I was thinking about our conversation earlier, how, you know, like we want to fulfill ourselves as much as we possibly can and make sure we keep enjoying what we're doing and keeping the passion for it. Did you have a mission when you first started with Gold Revere? And if you did, do you feel like the mission has been completed in a way?
Honestly, it was just to prove that we could make music.
Yeah.
Really, that's all it really was.
And
It was
like blend styles, experiment, discover
Yeah.
new things.
that was just like the initial thing. The initial question was just like, can we make a song?
Right.
And then we
And obviously, like we had some goals, like we want to win a Grammy at some point. We want to do like a huge festival at some point. We want to like
Right.
hit certain number milestones, but those only came later when we like actually got into it. When we first were making music, we literally had no expectations. We didn't even have the name of our group until we were like about to release the EP, I think.
Yeah.
And like other than that, we were just like having fun. And that when we get back into that state without like thinking about expectations, or like sometimes we'll get way into our heads about like, oh, this song is not right for us because it has this kind of a vibe and this, but we should just make music that we like and then
Right.
put it out. And you know, if people like it, they like it. If not, then
Right.
you can watch Love Island.
So there you go. There you go.
Keep bringing it
Tag it
back.
right back to Love Island.
yeah.
So like the mission, like so and so, yes and no has been completed, because at the same time, like you have proven that you can make a song, like
Yep.
25 million streams across platforms. Yeah, you can make a song.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you keep finding new stuff. You keep making new music. You keep finding like that vibe that you're looking for. So
Yeah.
it's like a mission that probably will not be accomplished, but for the best reasons.
Yeah, and it's like it's just so exciting. Like, I mean,
We feel we have a lot of potential to grow even further
seriously.
than this.
Of
And that we're like, why would we stop? Why would we like,
I could see you guys headlining Coachella at some point.
of course it's going to happen. Yeah. Next year.
Next year. There you go.
we'll see.
Like Sabrina Carpenter's wanted to do it, and then here comes Gold Revere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
See, we're putting it out there next year. They'll be at Coachella. Just watch. And then you'll come back to this episode and you'll be like, that's it. That's
said
the
it.
turning
They said
point.
it.
The cultural turning point. There it is.
Manifestation.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, like, just like, I don't know, I just get so fascinated by it, like, all the time. Like, even, you know, we're making a song and, like, it just has, like, a vibe. Like, it just, like, makes you feel something that you've, like, never felt before. Like, listening to that specific song. And then if you just change the sound of the bass, it's a whole nother feeling you've never felt before. It's just, like, it's almost this, like, pursuit of just, like, exploring these different feelings. You've like, it's just so incredible. Like, music, I could just go on about it all
Because
day.
music at the end of the day, it's words and sounds combined together in a certain kind of combination that makes you feel certain things.
Exactly, right?
Like you can experiment with those feelings just through words and sounds.
Yeah.
Music in itself, when you describe it like that, is like, huh?
Like, yeah, right. If like an alien came and they didn't have music and they'd be like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And that's why it's just so special. It's like,
Yeah, but then you're like,
I'm
okay,
like-
put on Robbers by the 1975. See how that alien's gonna feel. You're like crying in the corner.
yeah, put on some Death Grips and see how they're going to feel.
Fleetwood Mac.
For real, they're going to leave. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I guess that's the goal is, I guess, it's just like have this collection of different feelings, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's beautiful.
It helps us because like every time we release a song, it kind of like we'll both put in a lot of our current life or whatever. Maybe it's like we wrote the song 6 months ago or whatever, but like even if the song is not like directly, like the lyrics aren't directly speaking to some story or some experience we've had, it's still like we're putting it out for a reason, and it kind of like captures something we're feeling at that time. And so then like it's good. It's so fun to just go back and listen to the songs, and you kind of get transported back to that time that hopefully the people who are listening to also feel like. People will DM us, they're like, oh, Memories reminds me of this, or Goldfish Crackers reminds me of like the summer of quarantine. Like people will say that to us all the time, and that's kind of
Right.
cool that like our song is like that marker there.
Right? Seriously.
Yeah.
It's
People's like whole like COVID summer.
Because
Like
we all have those markers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And now you are a marker. Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, speaking of cool stuff, do we have any future goals for Gold Revere or any special projects that you have coming up? Wink, wink. Any special shows you've got coming up? Wink,
I
wink.
guess, yeah, we got 8035. We got a show in Ames. Got a show in Louisiana in October.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like a Red Revel.
Festival. Yeah,
Festival.
in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Or
I love that.
October 4 and 5, and then September 14th at the maintenance
maintenance shop in Ames.
Shop, yeah.
Right here. So, yeah, we'll
couple
be
more
back.
shows probably to come in some different cities. So
DM me for the Ames one.
Yeah, definitely. We'll put, yeah.
and then an
There you
album
go, more
at some
content.
point.
Bada bing.
Yeah.
We'll probably do a larger project. We just did an EP, maybe a couple more singles throughout this year, and then album 2025 maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We even wanted to work towards an album for a long time, but I think we're kind of zeroing in on that sound now. So
Definitely, yeah. Once we like lock in to like we're confident with like the Gold Revere style, you know, and confident with everything, we're probably gonna sit down and do it. We have some cool ideas for albums too that we've been cooking since like, sophomore year of high school. That we got on the back burner that I won't discuss, so you can't steal them. Not you, but them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just exciting. I mean, I've never been more confident in like our sound and like my ability to produce and like his ability to songwrite and just like our ability together to like make music. It's just it's an exciting future.
It's like the perfect recipe for all of these different like creative endeavors that you guys can go down.
Right? Yeah.
That's awesome. Final question before we get into closing segments.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for anybody wanting to embark on a life or career path similar to what you guys are going through?
Yeah, I guess first and foremost, like it's so kind of going off of what I was talking about earlier, like it's so easy to want to do it for certain reasons because you see all these musicians who are, you know, doing shows and they have all these fans and like
they look cool.
that's
on
so
stage,
cool,
they're
yeah.
wearing cool.
But like
clothes and
that will always it'll always like rot if you come at it from that angle of I want to do this because it's cool. Like I feel like there's a lot of artists kind of like that are, you know, like close to us that are like, you know, I feel like they're just doing it because it's cool. You know, you have to do it because you like it. Like,
right.
With anything, whether if it's any creative endeavor, because it's going to be hard. Like, and if you can't, if that like feeling of I want to do this because it's cool doesn't outweigh the, or I mean, if the feeling that I want to do this because I like doing it doesn't outweigh the like the I guess the weight of, you know, what comes with it and the struggles that you might have to go through in order.
And you're not going to make it past the 5-year mark or the 10-year mark if you don't actually like doing it. Because it's like, first of all, like I think that authenticity of like loving it shows through in the sound, and it also is like the only thing that keeps you going. Because there's been so
100%.
many hurdles that we've had to get through, and just like, you know, when stuff like doesn't do well, or when we're like making music for 6 months and it's just nothing, we're not happy with anything. Like,
Yeah.
if you were just doing it for the money or the fame, then you'd just be like, well, this is not working. Like I might as well go drop ship or like content like farm on TikTok or something. But like we like music. This is our thing. So
Right.
this is like, we don't care if it's gonna. And then one thing that we always like we're talking about, like even from the very beginning, is like we would always try to make music like, oh, like this song is very popular right now, we should make a song that's kind of like that, and it would always just turn out really bad. And so we just learned to like, don't try to copy other people, don't try to like be like, oh, like I should just kind of tweak their sound and I can like get a free ride off that. Like it just like never works.
You're cooking organic recipes.
Organic. You should just like go into the kitchen, just
Exactly. And that doesn't mean like obviously you have influences and you like have stuff you like obviously like, so you're going to pull like sounds and even, you know, melodies and sometimes even words, you know, but
Right.
you know, that's kind of what's fun about it is like when you take everything and you put it in a big mixing pot, like what comes out? What does it taste like?
Right.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
And I agree with that 100%
Yeah.
too. Like in most recent times, I have had some musician friends of mine come on, like Riley Lauren, quotes from movies, Comfort Club, and that's kind of like a similar theme as to what I'm getting from you guys. Like I can tell that they genuinely love doing what they do. And it's very evident when you were like listening to their stuff and how excited they get for their projects and how they light up talking about everything that they've got going on. And it's like, they're going to go far because you
Yeah.
can just tell that like the love and the passion that they have for their craft is just oozing out of them. Not in a gross way, but like, like a really, it's so cool.
Right. It's like it feels like it's like makes life worth living. Like when you have
yeah.
like something like this, like it's just
Oh yeah. And it
don't
kind
know.
of comes with the same thing as influencers too. Like for me, I'm genuinely loving the graphic design aspect and I love learning. And for video editing, like I love learning and doing what I'm doing. And for even this, like I love setting up different studios and
Yeah.
seeing what kind of space I can create or put like not pushing the envelope of questions, but like, getting to a level where you're not asking questions where you really don't get asked that a lot, but at
Right.
the same time being respectful of the people that come on
Yeah.
because they're enjoying your creativeness as well. And
Yeah.
it's just like, that's such a gift, Why would you ever want to waste that just because it's cool?
yeah.
You know?
It is one of the things that I think like makes the human species special is like our ability to create art. It's like when you think about it, like nothing, like every other organism just, does their function. They eat, sleep, and reproduce and do their basic biological procedures. And like, but humans, like,
We ask why.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
the
We ask
the crazy
why.
thing.
It's just like that's like the point. Like, don't just work every day. Don't just don't just go to work and make money so you can work the next day. Like
Yeah.
that's I don't know.
You got to live.
Do something,
Not just
whether-
exist.
Yeah,
you got to
right.
live.
For real.
Exactly. Well, that's a good note to end it on, of course. So, for closing segments, what can Morgan us up listening to? I would say what's stuck in my head, but title, hi, can't hear anything up here. Hi. The song that I have not been listening to, or the song I have been listening to lately. So, are you guys familiar with an artist named Johnny Yukon?
Yes, Johnny Yukon, very good.
Yes. So, can't get enough. Moment.
Yeah.
I can
One of my
get
my
you going.
one of my
Oh,
best
yeah.
friends from college is like obsessed with him. He sends me like all of his new music.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was listening to Can't Get Enough
Yeah.
from him recently. I'm like adding it to the What Can Morgan Us Up listening to playlist as we speak. Link is going to be in the bio. But I noticed that with Can't Get Enough, the instrumental is produced in the key of G minor, but the vocals are all stacked in D minor. So I found that so interesting. Like you're playing with the keys like that and it actually just seamlessly meshes. And that aspect of it alone just makes me want to like gnaw on that song like a chew toy. I'm
Yeah.
like, listening to it on repeat is not enough.
I see what you mean when they like
I need to just spawn a disco ball.
Yeah, right. They land on like those off notes. Like it's never on like the do or the mi, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like always like landing on the fa, right? Would that be?
Fee.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like bad with music. Like as much as I make music, I like don't know music. I've never taken a music theory course. Which is
AP music
unfortunate.
theory. You got to go
Should've.
back.
I definitely should
Well,
have.
then again, I have a little bit of an advantage because I do have perfect pitch. So it's like I had that. I was just listening to it right away and I was like, okay, did they like put this song purposefully in the key of G minor and then just stack D minor on top of it? A flat. They just.
That's a G.
Ooh.
Oh.
Only because I know what a C is all the time. I have like semi-perfect pitch, not like crazy perfect pitch.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
can, like, I listened to this.
Oh, yeah, G.
It would have been your sophomore year. The guys song at Allstate, Chanticleer.
Oh,
Not the
yeah.
the Chanticleer.
What was it?
Franz Bebel, Ave Maria.
Ave Maria. Oh,
Listen to
yeah.
that so much.
I was just thinking about that the
I
other
always
day.
know what C is because of that song.
Oh, that's amazing. It's almost just like, did they mean to put the instrumental in G and then they accidentally did the vocals in D minor, or they purposefully did that? Or is it the other way around where like it was specifically supposed to be sung in D, but then the instrumental is just G minor and then it just keeps going like that?
And sometimes with these artists, they like,
It seems
I believe that like some of these artists don't have like really good music theory, but they just like know how to catch a vibe. So they like sing it and they catch the vibe, but we can like decode it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
we know like technically what's happening on a musical scale.
Yeah, because
But,
I
like
know
they just
that
catch that vibe and they sing in it.
in the vocal line, they purposefully do not sing B flat, which would have been like, okay, that does technically mix into both keys, but at the same time, if you just stuck a B flat in there in D minor, that would kind of throw it off a little bit, but in G minor, it would be perfect. So like, it's crazy, you know? It's crazy to decode. But anyways, that's my song that I've been listening to a lot lately. How about you guys? What songs are you listening to lately? Could be songs, whatever the case.
I was talking about that Lana Del Rey song. Another one is "Cover Me Up" by Jason Isbell. That's like just a classic folk country type song, and that's just like written so well. It's just vocals and guitar.
Yeah.
That's it. So there's not like any crazy production, but I'm obsessed with like really, really good songwriting. So
Yeah, of course.
I'd say for me, well, one of them has been Linger, but the Royal Otis cover of it kind of blew up on TikTok, but it's like,
Oh, yep.
it's just so good. It's just like, it's crack. Like I cannot get enough. I listen to it like probably once a day. And then what I was talking about earlier, Lewis Cole, Below the Valleys.
Ooh.
So good. Like the chord progression there is just like so cool. And like the drums are crunchy and it's all kind of lo-fi feeling.
Yeah.
Would recommend 100%. You should totally cue that up.
Oh, absolutely. It's in the playlist now.
Let's go.
Perfect. See? Quick.
You want it?
I just noticed, like,
Yeah, you could start an ASMR channel here.
yeah, just with these.
One of my friend's sisters has a big ASMR channel.
Really?
Yeah, she just does that.
wow.
Go to clawbeauty.com to get my nails. But anyways. Oh, that's incredible. Speaking of incredible, weekly obsessions. So I'll just kind of kick this off just because I'm gonna forget about it if I don't talk about it. Yesterday, went to Starbucks, treated myself to a coffee. Why not? It was payday. And I go up to the drive-thru and I'm sitting there like, fuck, why the hell do I not know what I want right now? So I'm sitting there like, you know what? What do you recommend? They told me to get a cold brew with like white mocha and brown sugar, like cinnamon
yum.
syrup, and a little bit of vanilla sweet cream cold foam on top. And I took a sip of this. Oh my, like, I basically was just like, hey, come here. And I was just like, you and I have very similar tastes, and you and I need to be best friends right now. That's how much I love this coffee. It was, I took a picture of the label. I was just like, okay, this is going to be my new regular order. Like, there's no way. It was
That's
so.
the life hack. You always gotta ask the person who works there what they like best.
Yeah.
That's why I've been doing that since like high school. Like everywhere I go, I just like never know what to do, so I just like make them
Like,
choose.
what
for
do you recommend? What do you like?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then it just smacks.
yeah, smacks every time.
Smacks. So good. Oh my gosh. But anyways, weekly obsessions for you guys.
I've been obsessed with getting the pineapple at Aldi. It's $1.79 per pineapple.
Like a whole pineapple.
Whole pineapple, $1.79.
Like a whole SpongeBob House pineapple.
Whole pineapple, $1.80. And it's amazing. I just cut some of that pineapple and it's sitting in my fridge, so I'm excited to head back to Nashville and eat that. And
Oh, hell yeah. There you go.
with some tahini.
Dude,
Little
we should
tahini.
get a pineapple before 8:35.
All right.
Sounds gas.
You're doing crowd work. You're like, who here likes pineapples?
Chucking.
I'm going to eat one when I get home. 179.
I'd say my weekly obsession. Oh my gosh. Like honestly, I don't even know. I'll say I have been playing a lot of Elden Ring.
Oh.
Just a video game. That kind of like is
Feels
popular
over
again.
here shaking his head.
Like it's one of the hardest games ever. It's like just so hard. I'm stuck on the last boss. But I haven't been playing it as much as I've been watching other people play it.
Yeah.
And like they'll do like special challenges where like they only level up one stat, so their character is just like nerfed, you know. And like I just love their knowledge of the game. There's so much to that game. Like there's so much to that game. Like you'll never have like the same playthrough every time because they just have so much in it, and they all know like which weapon to get to like that would work well with this stat, or like they have one where like all the bosses are like 10 times as fast, so they're just like zipping around and like they somehow do it. Like they beat the game.
Wow.
And it's just like fascinating. I'm like, I'll never be as good as you, but maybe I can harness some of your ability through this video.
I need to put like a dramatic like music and filter on that with like rain. And you you got so passionate about Elden Ring.
Can you put the Radagon theme song on that?
I could.
Yeah, it's like the main theme for Elden Ring. It's perfect.
I will do that. I'll make sure that it's not. I'll make sure that we're good on like copyright, but on YouTube. But if it's good and I can use it, then hell yeah, I'll do it. But Maybe I'll have to speed it up, slow it down, change.
Yeah,
the
I was
key.
gonna say just speed it up. Yeah,
There we
change
go.
the key.
Don't stay away. Like the speed up, like edits on.
Yeah.
It's just you just professing your love for Elden Ring.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a beautiful game.
I love it. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, while we're at it, small business of the week, shall we? I try to support a different small business every single week. And are you guys fans of like vintage, like shopping, thrift, stuff
Definitely,
like
yeah.
that?
This is like all thrifted here.
Love that. Iconic. We have a vintage shop to shout out today. Moonshine Vintage TO. So Jody Lai started Moonshine Vintage in June of 2020. Same as like a lot of different small businesses. Like they finally woke up and they're like, oh, like I'm going to explore my hobbies and see where it goes.
Hell yeah.
Now there's a whole bunch of creativity out there. So like this phase, mostly because she loves vintage and she needed a challenge to keep her busy. So she's been antiquing and thrifting for years. And she unearthed her boyfriend's vintage turnable, and she soon after became obsessed with thrifting and antiquing to find records. She was amazed by how much cool stuff she was finding, and she lives in like a small space and doesn't have a lot of room, so she just started her shop.
Cool.
Just because I've gotten in that phase too, where you're just collecting all this kind of stuff, and you're like, "Fuck, where am I going to put this?" Yeah. So hell yeah, you might as well just start a shop out of that. Why not?
Start selling it.
It might as well. So she now runs Moonshine Vintage in Toronto. Though she has a booth at the Hamilton Antique Mall, and she could ship items to literally anywhere in the world. I have been tempted to get a couple of her items before because she'll have like these sales on Instagram and put them on her stories and stuff. And we're like, hey, by the way, here's this like disco duck that I found from 1982. I'm like, what? She's like finding the craziest, but like the coolest shit. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I need all the money in the world and I'm just going to wipe out your entire store. It's so cool. It's stuff that she has. You don't have to live to Canada to share your love and vintage and thrifting with Jody. You can get her insane finds from anywhere. So how freaking cool is that? Jody prides herself on her high standards for curating the best, most unique, high quality vintage. She also loves silly vintage that makes you smile and unique home decor that helps reflect a person's unique personality. I'm pretty sure this could have been another vintage store, but correct me if I'm wrong, Jody, if you're watching. I'm pretty sure I found like some sort of like a food telephone. Like it was like a burger, but a telephone or something like that. And I'm sitting here like, huh? What?
I need that.
That goes hard. It goes so hard.
That's humanity right there.
That's the human soul.
You won't have like any gorillas or any dogs that will evolve to do that. Like that's just what human spirit. You know what I mean? That's my theory.
Damn, bro.
I love that. We're going off
of the art thing.
Yeah.
Going off on the soulness of everything, just off of a hamburger telephone. I love it.
But gorillas and dogs aren't nuking each other. You know?
True.
So maybe it's bad. Maybe it's bad. Who knows?
True. Right.
So she loves silly vintage that makes you smile and unique home decor that helps reflect a person's unique personality. So for future projects, she's always looking for more incredible finds and for makers to help bring life to designs inspired by vintage items. So her Instagram profile is Moonshine Vintage Toe. So MoonshineVintageTO. Wow, you guys are good luck. That's the most fluently I've spelled shit ever before. Nice. So don't hesitate to check her out. And while we're at it, check us out for a change. My list is a little long, so bear with me. NoInternalMonologue.com. That's where you get my blog posts, my merch, all of these different updates, all that jazz. We also have my merchandise collaboration with Scorpio Cove, ScorpioCove.com. There's like a whole tab that's like No Internal Monologue merch collection, which makes me feel very special. We have t-shirts, crew necks, posters, or 8x10 prints, stickers, all that jazz. Feel free to go check this out. I also was featured in Disrupt Magazine a couple of years back. No Internal Monologue is the hottest podcast you should be listening to right now, is the title of the article. So if you want to learn about me, go give that a peek. Podcast Instagram, No Internal Monologue _podcast. TikTok, at No Internal Monologue. Twitter, or X, thanks Elon. Anyways, NOINT _monologue. If you want to follow my personals, KINDA _MORGANN on Instagram MORGAN_LAIGH99 on TikTok. I also have the Spotify playlist. What can Morgan stop listening down below? I also have Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. All of those links are in the description. Find me pretty much anywhere. You can't get away from me, unfortunately. But while we're at it, share your stuff.
At Gold Revere.
Yeah.
Totally
On
forgot
everything.
English there for a second. I was just like,
Yeah, at
Morgan,
Gold Revere on
thanks.
everything. And then
It's
we'll
like Paul Revere, but gold. So
Yeah.
GOLDREVER.
and then follow our Instagram. We're gonna get we're gonna do a merch drop here in a little bit. So
Yeah, it's pretty good.
and then come see us in Iowa State, Ames at the maintenance shop on September 14th, and then see us in Shreveport, Louisiana at the Red Revel Festival in October.
October 14th.
We'll have a new song coming out probably in a month, so watch out for that.
Period. Of course. So you got to follow the social medias to make sure you're keeping up with everything they've got going on now and later. Mm-hmm. Of course.
Got a lot.
Of course.
Got a lot going on. Should I play a little clip of this?
Yeah, play it.
All right, I'm
Ooh,
excited.
here's the
I'm like,
exclusive that
I
everyone
just-
waited for.
just wanna-
Hear it again, right?
I want to hear it again so bad. All right, I'll skip to like
No. Play the whole thing.
the whole thing. All right.
Shut the fuck up.
Watching the levels here.
Taking the bus to get your flowers. Wanna surprise you on your big day. Tried to call you back and made me wait for hours. So I left them on your driveway. Checking location on the way home. You must be busy with someone else. And now I'm wondering where the day's gone. Should I be angry at you or myself?
Ooh, you got the no scrunch out of me. Ooh.
Show me that baby we're not hitting walls.
Okay, falsetto.
'Cause I'm doing so much and you're doing nothing at all.
Verse 2 still coming, but
Holy
I
shit.
kind of want to leave this as this. Makes me want to break with a few of us.
it's a little violent.
Yeah, so that's
right
like
there.
that's the. I wonder how much that's
Ooh.
going to change by the time it comes out, but it might change a little bit. But
that post chorus.
that's the first draft after last night. After
Okay, yeah.
2 hours of working on it. So
Of course, yeah. Now I gotta settle down whatever the hell's going on here. Okay, yeah. Wow. Goosebumps, no scrunch, you got it all out of me. That's wow.
That's good.
Okay, yeah, you better let me know when that drops.
yeah, we'll make a big deal out of it.
Oh
For
my
sure.
god. Well, absolutely.
I'm super excited about that.
I would make a big deal out of that too. Holy, yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna top that, but oh, here's how I can top it. Thank you so much for coming on and being here. I appreciate you a lot. While you're at it, anyone out there, you just got an outro, a very beautiful, beautiful bop of a song for a sneak peek. So that was a wonderful, special little gift. But I have 2 more gifts for you for listening this far. So thank you again. If you are wanting to get your hair done, if you're wanting to do any beauty services whatsoever, hit up Cosmo by Kenna and tell her Morgan from No Internal Monologue sent you her way. Picking up what I'm putting down, you're going to get a 10% off referral discount if you do from one of the best cosmetologists around. So feel free to check her out, especially if you're getting your hair colored. She is a whiz at color. Oh my God. The only reason why I didn't go to her today was because I just didn't have enough money to get to her. But I was willing to get my hair done and colored this week. It would have been so fire. But feel free to check her out. And also, use the following link in my description to receive 15% off your entire order as a first-time customer at Swery Carey Designs. So again, that link is down below. You'd be supporting a small business, and you'd also be supporting me, because if you use that code, she knows where the hell you came from. So appreciate you in advance. And with that, any last words?
Oh boy. I mean, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Thank you.
Gold Revere. We out.
Yeah. See ya.
We out. Thank you again for taking the time to
thank
come
you.
on, especially in the very, very busy day that you've got coming up.
Hey, it's a great Saturday to be busy.
I love that. Well, speaking of which, we got to get down to business and we got to go get ready for performances. So we'll be tuning out. Toodaloo, you fucking, toodaloo, you fucking buckaroos.